Okay, so I want to know what the name of your group is because you are going to be the first group on the Brand Fearless Do-Gooders blog and YouTube series.
Yeah.
So what's your name of your group? What is it that you're doing? We're in Boston, Massachusetts.
The name of the group is Project Do Something Boston.
And you are?
And my name is Chrissy. And this is...
My name is Bob.
And that's Bob.
Are you the founders of this group?
We are.
You are. Are there other people in the group? Like how the group come about? Just give us a kind of an idea of how you became these do-gooders, rocking things out to the homeless and making their lives so much better.
I'm just a natural born do-gooder. That's how it came about. Moved to the city in August, and we moved to a part of the city that
That's all right. You're animal friendly is good. Animal friendly
yeah,
is
we're
good.
very animal friendly. We do animal rescue too. We moved to a part of the city where, well, basically it's called near Meth Mile. We're probably about 5 blocks from Meth Mile. And you get off the highway and you immediately see people panhandling, or as they call it, stemming, and they're just people everywhere. By Cumberland Farms, by McDonald's. There's a lot of people. There's a few shelters around. There are.
So you saw a lot of these people out there, and then you guys kind of took it upon yourselves to say, "This is now our community. We live here."
Basically, yeah. These are our people. These are our people. These are the people that we're gonna go by every single day, and I'm not gonna feel personally comfortable or happy about just going into the house and not helping them out.
So now we're on site, and we're on site here, and they're over here. Hold up.
Okay, Boston, you know.
He's wearing the disrespectful, very disrespectful.
First steps that you did in order to start bringing in donations and being able to get out there.
Social media.
Social media.
Social media.
Is good.
Social
Like
media
branding
all
for
the
good.
way.
Okay, so do you have a page? Do you have a blog? Like, what is it you do?
Yep, we have. We started out just with our Facebook page, and we started saying, does anybody have any socks or socks, t-shirts, underwear. It's freezing cold out. Coats. Coats. Well, basically thermals. Thermal socks, thermal gloves, thermal hat, like thermal. Emergency blankets. The Mylar blankets were huge during the winter.
So we're here. We've arrived. We're waiting for Chrissy. Nino is out looking to see if he can locate them. See all this stuff back here? All donations. Where are you, assistant?
Right here.
Where?
In Boston.
Boston. Into the car. What? We're gonna go do the do-gooder stuff. All right, we got some crew right here that I'm gonna take a picture of and do some pictures of. We just gave them a bunch of great treats, clothes and toiletries, food.
Yeah.
What's the name of your group?
Project Do Something Boston.
All right. Woo!
Thank you.
Okay, this is how packed this van or this wagon is.
Packed.
Packed.
Max.
Packed to the max.
Max.
Can you see us? I am sitting Indian style back here.
I'm sitting in an 80-degree angle.
Hey! Woo! And here is the passenger, the woman of the year. And her man, where is he? Where is he, Bob? You can spell my name backwards. Yeah! And we're gonna go see the homeless right now.
Bring out the bags, Bob.
Now you have your wish list items, you have your Facebook group that is private or public?
It is public.
Public?
Yep.
And are you going to have a website going or anything later on that people can link
We,
to?
we most definitely are. We are just in the process of that now, and we want to get as many people in and involved, not just not even donating, but even coming out, seeing what it's all about, and meeting some of our friends on the street would be really nice, because I think once you see it, you can't unsee it, and you can't. There's something, you know. When you meet these people, you're like, wow, this person's like
It changes
a really cool person. Like, yeah.
It changes your perspective when you start actually talking to homeless people. I'll give you an example. There's a guy at the corner of Mass Ave and Melanie Cass who washes windows. He's out there every day and night. And he always is scraping your windows on your car. And we used to see this guy, he could barely stand up, barely could, he totally looked out of it, and he didn't want to help him until we actually talked to him, and talked to some people who knew him, found out he's a very nice guy. And he's out there doing that every day so he can support not only himself, but his
girlfriend too.
his
They
girlfriend.
live in a tarp under the overpass with just tarps hanging down from the bridge.
Controversial question, but people are going to probably ask. Do you think that the majority of the people out there that you're helping out, can they actually be housed somewhere else and they're choosing to stay out there, or do you think the majority really don't have any services and somehow we're failing?
There
in the
is
United
a
States?
huge permanent housing problem
Okay.
for the homeless. That is something that we really need. There's there's shelters, but shelters are tough. Shelters are not really much easier than the street. There's fights. There's constant fights. There's racism. There's theft. You have to get a bed. So if you work during the day, you're not there at 1 o'clock to get a number for a bed. And there are people that are doing construction and painting and everything that are homeless.
Right. There's approximately, of the Boston population of 7,000 or so Boston homeless, approximately 20% of those actually work.
Yeah.
To hold down full-time jobs, and they just can't afford to live in Boston.
Boston.
Right.
One of the couples that we frequently see on Boylston, he had to get up for work for his construction job in the morning. I mean, he doesn't have an alarm clock. He doesn't have anything. He had just the clothes on his back, but he had to get up for work to do his construction job. Now, obviously, during the winter, there's not a lot of construction jobs. So they're basically living off, well, they do have disability, but disability isn't going to get you a place.
Right.
And it's not just in the city. They're not trying to look for a high rise or anything like that. They're looking for any place, anywhere.
And
You
you
know.
find a lot of mental health issues. as being a
It's
big
mental
problem.
health is rampant.
The reason that the majority of the people are out in the streets and are homeless are one of two reasons: either mental health or drugs and alcohol abuse. And those are oftentimes intermingled, where you have somebody who was in a domestic violence situation who then turns to a substance abuse in order to cope with it. Heroin is very bad. There are still there's cocaine addicts, crack addicts.
Yeah, like I think about the fact that, like you heard that there were people sleeping under the trucks
Yeah.
at Newmarket over there, and I mean, it's
Horrible.
Like, addiction is the craziest
Yeah.
thing.
You wouldn't wish it on anybody.
It's like a tree growing inside you, and it's just the roots just get
Yeah.
deeper and deeper. It's insane. Like I
Yeah.
remember the day I became addicted. People say it happens all the time, but I just remember the day it happened.
You do?
Yeah, I was sitting outside of my stoop, snorting an OxyContin,
Where were
and
you
I
living?
was in Melrose, and I sit on my stoop smoking a cigarette, and I just remember thinking, this isn't gonna be good. This feeling's too good, and it's just, what is it, like 10, 13 years later, I'm not doing. I take Suboxone. I try not to get high. You know, there's a lot of stuff that, you know, there's a lot of dynamics that come into play.
A homeless person, so they know where to find you, right? And they're kind of your peeps now.
Yeah, my peeps.
Right? And you care about them, so now you're
Very
thinking
much.
about them when the
I am the Mother Hen. I think
Yeah.
I'd call myself the Mother Hen.
So you guys get there, and what are you giving out? Like,
Well, we have our little donation
Correct.
mobile, we call it. And it is basically, we got little tubs from Target, and we fill it women's underwear, men's underwear, socks. Basics. Those are the basics. You have to have clean socks and underwear, hygiene wise, some of these people don't get to shower because if they don't go into a shelter, but we give out toiletries, so that includes wipes, so they can kind of have, bathe. Obviously, every kind of toothbrush, deodorant, any kind of anything that they can use. Anything that the average person would use in a day, that's what we collect.
We focus on the needs that somebody would need for immediate causes. We're not out there trying to. We're helping people if they need information with the information we have. But our goal is to give people the immediate stuff they need to make it through the night, the next
Right.
day.
Yeah.
So it's clothing, socks and underwear. It's toiletries to keep clean,
Razors,
deodorant, soap, shampoo,
Q-tips,
and
obviously during the winter, just hoodies, hats, gloves.
what's the yoga mats for?
That yoga mats are for the people that generally don't go into the shelter. They sleep on them outside.
So they sleep on them outside.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and yoga mats are good because they're generally waterproof, and even they're either quarter inch to a half inch, and that's more comfortable than concrete, and it's waterproof, and it's cleaner than being on the ground too,
Right.
because there's urination on the ground. There's everything.
What we saw was people would get cardboard boxes and they'd go
Yeah.
to, let's say, the Old South Church, which is I think the only church in Boston that'll let homeless people stay there. And they would lay out the cardboard and lay on that.
Right.
Why not have a yoga mat? Because you can reuse it. Because cardboard, what are you gonna do? Fold it up and keep it with you? No, you're gonna toss it and get another one the next night.
And if it gets damp, then you can't use it again, and
Right.
and you can't carry it around. Yeah, you can't roll it up. You can't put it in your bag. A yoga mat, if we can, a lot of them they come with the yoga bag, so they can put it over their shoulder just like a backpack.
It's carried.
Um,
Do you find that you see? Okay, so you're an animal rescue too.
Yes.
So a lot of times when you go out, especially like in specific feral cat communities, and
Yep.
you know it's a dumping zone. You have your regulars and you know who they are, right? And they're
Yep.
always there. They come
Yep.
at that time and they're feeding them. But then you start seeing these new ones.
Yes,
and these-
all the time.
Is that kind of how? I mean, I'm not
It
comparing.
could every
necessarily
single
animals to people, but
every
I
night is a
hear
100% different situation.
Yeah.
Some nights it's like, hey Wendell, what's going on? Hey Bo, what's going on? Oh, here's your I know their order. I know you want some crackers and you want some Capri Suns.
Yeah.
Have a good night. And I'll see you Thursday. You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh hey Bo, what's going on? I'm working on getting the cane. Haven't gotten it yet, but I'm working on it.
You have a
Sure.
rapport with you.
Oh,
and you know
100%.
that they're-
Yeah. But then other people, we just say, you get to know it, and it's really difficult to know who is homeless and who's not. There is no look
Right.
to being homeless. I look at as homeless as they do. Do you know what I mean? I look the exact same way they do.
You could be wearing a three-piece suit.
Well,
It doesn't matter.
Well, we met
We
a
see
guy.
people all the time that are in shelters that with the dapper hat and the the nice shoes and stuff, but I think he may be battling some addictions. This is
Right.
somebody that we
So
met
what
in
were-
Cambridge.
what were you gonna say
Well,
about-
what I was gonna say is we met a guy who he stems for money, and he gets enough money to afford like a Planet Fitness
$10 a month.
membership. And what he does is every few days he goes to Planet Fitness, he works out because he's keeping himself in good shape, and he cleans himself up. He showers, he shaves.
He also washes his socks and stuff.
washes his clothing, and so he's got clean clothes on. He comes out from working out. He's got a good haircut, and he's addiction free, and he's trying to get himself back together.
Just no job.
Right.
Can't get a job.
But if you saw him walking down the street, you'd say, "Yeah, he's just another guy."
You have to
You
have
no idea that he was.
the only reason we knew that he was homeless is because we were with people that were homeless that said, "Hey, Joe, do you know what I mean? Come over
Oh,
here."
yeah.
And that happens all the time.
Connection with somebody.
All
Right.
the time. We're talking to, Susie, Sally, or whoever, and they're like, "Mike, come over here. I know you probably need some socks." So again, if you're just with a few people, they'll bring over their buddies on the street and say, "Come get a sandwich."
Everybody,
Hi.
we just wanted to say how grateful we were for Chrissy and Bob. We had just gotten out of jail, had nowhere to go, no clothing, nothing. We've come here, they fed us, gave us clothes.
Sleeping bags, everything. We had nothing. My shoes had rips in them. Socks were wet. It was raining. They took care of us, made sure I had everything. And I'm grateful for them. And if anyone could do anything to help them,
We'd be
it does
very
help
grateful.
us out here. And we do appreciate it out here.
Absolutely.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you so much. We will. Okay.
Stay out of trouble and
We will. We'll take care of each
Thank
other.
you.
okay.
Thank you.
What's up? What's up?